This is xNarrator. Here is what X is talking about today, Sunday, March 22nd, 2026. First up, the Iran war escalates. Trump has given Iran a 48-hour ultimatum to open the Strait of Hormuz, threatening to obliterate Iranian power plants. And just hours ago, Iran claims it shot down an F-15 fighter jet near Hormuz Island. The Kobisi letter writes,
Breaking. Bitcoin collapses below $68,000 after President Trump threatens to obliterate Iran's power plants. Just 24 hours ago, President Trump said he was considering winding down the Iran war.
The Spectator Index reports,
Breaking. Bitcoin falls sharply after Trump's threats to obliterate Iranian power plants if the Strait of Hormuz is not open within 48 hours.
Iran's response was swift. The Iran Observer posts,
Breaking. Iranian military to Trump's threats. If our power plants are struck, we will strike all energy and water desalination facilities belonging to the United States and Israel in the region.
Then came the footage. Tehran Times posts,
Breaking. An enemy's F-15 fighter jet was shot down by Iranian air defense systems near Hormuz Island after being intercepted over the country's southern coast.
Arya Yatakar adds,
Just now, Iran launched footage showing Iranian air defenses engaging with an F-15 above the southern coasts of Iran, near Hormuz Island. The fate of the jet is unknown, and the army is carrying out an investigation.
Meanwhile, Europe is pushing back. The Times of Iran news posts,
This is absolute cinema. Journalist asks, Trump wants help from Europe to open Strait of Hormuz. French General Richoud responds, he can go bleep himself. He wanted to invade Greenland, and now he is begging for help from Europe. This war is now isolating Trump.
Keith Woods sums up the contradictions.
The Strait of Hormuz is open, and we don't even need it. It being closed actually benefits us. We can open it whenever we want with an easy military operation, but actually we'll leave it to the Europeans to open. But if Iran doesn't open it in 48 hours, we're doing total war on its people, and plunging the Gulf into darkness and tanking the world economy.
And the intelligence debate heats up. Joe Kent, who ran the National Counterterrorism Center, went on camera. Brian Allen writes,
Joe Kent on camera tonight. All 18 of America's intelligence agencies agreed Iran had no capacity to develop a nuclear bomb. But Israel was telling us they would be able to assemble 10 bombs in 2 weeks. 18 American intelligence agencies said no nuclear capacity. Israel said 10 bombs in 2 weeks. Trump chose to believe Israel over his own entire intelligence community. This is not the first time this has happened. Iraq, 2003. Ahmed Chalabi told the Bush administration Saddam had WMDs. The intelligence community had doubts. They chose Chalabi. 4,500 Americans died. No WMDs were found. Iran 2026. Israel said 10 bombs in 2 weeks. 18 agencies said no nuclear capacity. They chose Israel. 14 Americans dead. No nuclear program found.
Dr. Jill Stein responds directly to the president.
Dear Donald Trump, if you attack Iran's energy infrastructure, Iran will respond in kind and the Houthis will shut down the Red Sea, further tanking global oil and gas. Don't sink the U.S. and global economy. Cut your losses and get out. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Ken Klippenstein puts it bluntly.
In other words, the president is threatening to destroy the economy of a country with over 80 million people unless his demands are met. Would be great if Congress could say something about this.
Next up, Elon Musk announces TERAFAB, Tesla, SPACEX, and XA are building the largest chip manufacturing facility ever. Elon Musk writes,
Formal announcement of the TERAFAB project, which will be done jointly by SpaceX and Tesla, tonight around 8 p.m. Central Time. Live stream on X. The goal is to produce over a terawatt of compute per year, logic, memory, and packaging, with roughly 80% for space and roughly 20% for the ground.
Tesla's official account lays out the vision.
TERAFAB, the next step to becoming a galactic civilization. Together with SpaceX and XAI, we're building the largest chip manufacturing facility ever, 1 terawatt per year, combining logic, memory, and advanced packaging under one roof. To harness as much power as possible from the sun, we need to send 100 million tons of solar capture into space per year. This requires massive scale. Capability to launch millions of tons of mass into orbit. Solar-powered. AI satellites. Millions of Tesla. Optimus robots to help build it out.
Elon adds.
The most exciting of times ahead.
And again.
TERAFAB was the final missing piece of the puzzle.
Femi Senmola posted one of the most shared threads of the night, breaking down why TERAFAB is bigger than a chip factory.
Everyone is covering TERAFAB as a chip factory. It is not a chip factory. Last night in Austin, Elon unveiled a facility that makes masks, fabricates chips, and tests them inside a single building with a 9-month recursive improvement cadence. No such loop exists anywhere else on Earth. Then he told you 80% of the output goes to space. Then he showed you a 100 kilowatt AI satellite with solar panels and radiators scaling to megawatt range. Then he said, Optimus plus photovoltaics will be the first von Neumann probe, a machine capable of replicating itself from raw materials found in space. Nobody connected the sequence. TERAFAB produces 1 terawatt per year of compute. The entire United States consumes 0.5 terawatts of electricity. Musk is building a single factory whose output in AI silicon exceeds twice the power consumption of the country it sits in, and he is sending 80% of it off-planet because Earth literally cannot power what he is building. This is a Dyson Swarm bootstrap hidden inside a semiconductor announcement.
Nikita Beer reflects on meeting Elon.
Today's TERAFAB announcement reminded me of when I first met Elon. I watched him do 10 hours of XA. I reviews without a break, and then he ate a $9 DoorDash burrito and kept going until 2 a.m. He could do anything right now, but instead he spends every waking minute earnestly working on the most ambitious project imaginable to advance humanity.
Now to the markets. Bitcoin crashed below $68,000 as the Iran situation escalated, and $240 million was liquidated in minutes. Watcher Guru writes,
Just in, $240 million liquidated from the crypto market in the past 15 minutes.
Crypto Rover posts.
Crash. Bitcoin breaks below $69,000.
Polymarket has a striking prediction.
Breaking. Bitcoin is now projected to crash below $45,000 by the end of this year. 51% chance.
But there's a counter-narrative. Ash Crypto points out something surprising.
This is unbelievable. When the war started, everyone thought Bitcoin would crash and gold would pump. But the opposite happened. Since the war began, gold is down 17%, wiping out $6.4 trillion in 20 days. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is up 10%. Adding nearly $128 billion to its market cap.
Gordon Gekko pushes back on the panic.
Bitcoin just dropped below $70,000. There is a lot of panic on the timeline right now, but my sources on Wall Street tell me this is a manipulated drop and the final shakeout before it heads to $80,000 plus in the next 2 weeks. Selling here is not smart. Do you understand?
Alex Mason paints a more dire picture.
This is not normal. In the last 30 minutes, palladium down 4.26%, platinum down 3.95%, Bitcoin down 3.85%, silver down 3.11%, gold down 3.1%. Trillions just disappeared from the market. We're moving into an extreme statistical event. Something that has never happened in the history of finance. This is the start of a forced liquidation phase. Liquidity is vanishing. Funds are getting margin called. Positions are being closed. They're selling whatever still has value just to stay alive.
Meanwhile, in Washington, the government shutdown continues, and Elon Musk made a surprising offer. Elon Musk writes,
I would like to offer to pay the salaries of TSA personnel during this funding impasse that is negatively affecting the lives of so many Americans at airports throughout the country.
The reactions split right down party lines. Mila Joy writes,
Elon Musk offering to pay TSA salaries during the shutdown is the classiest thing I have seen in my lifetime.
Gunther Eagleman adds,
Just think. Chuck Schumer probably woke up this morning, grabbed a cup of coffee, picked up his phone to see an X post from Elon Musk willing to pay TSA employees. Then he lost it and screamed no. Chuck Schumer will always be a loser.
But the other side sees it differently. Politics Girl responds,
We don't need a billionaire savior. We're in this position because Elon bought and paid for the Republicans to win 2024. The Republicans could fund the TSA today if they just voted on the Democrats' clean bill. We don't need your money, bud. We need a functioning government.
Brian Tyler Cohen adds,
Democrats offered a clean bill to fund TSA. Republicans refused it. They own this.
Senator Ted Cruz fires back.
Republicans have again voted in favor of funding the Department of Homeland Security, while Democrats continue to block it. Senate Democrats care more about the radical, open borders extremists in their party than doing their job.
Professor Margot Cleveland has a proposal.
Republicans need to immediately draw up a clean bill with a mechanism to accept Elon's money for the sole purpose of paying TSA workers. No bells and whistles. Dare the Democrats to oppose it.
Finally, the fight over AI identity. Reddit's CEO wants Face ID to prove you're human before you post. And Anthropic is giving away a certification that major consulting firms are scrambling to get. Polymarket reports.
Just in, Reddit CEO says the company is considering requiring Face 1D to ensure humanity in order to crack down on AI bots.
User Sui breaks it down.
Are you paying attention yet? Reddit CEO wants Face ID to prove you're human before you post. The platform built on anonymity is asking users to scan their face to comment. Steve Huffman says it's about fighting AI bots. He said they'll never know your name. You don't get both. Either Reddit is anonymous or it collects biometrics. Same company selling user data to OpenAI and Google now wants your face to fight the bots those companies trained. They'll lose more users to this than they ever lost to bots.
Meanwhile, Anthropic is offering something new. Heaven Luthra writes,
Breaking. Anthropic is giving away the same certification that Deloitte is mass training 15,000 employees to get. It costs $0. You need a laptop. That's it. It's called the Claude Certified Architect. Think of it like the AWS cert, but for AI. Look at who's already moving. Accenture, training 30,000 people on Claude. Cognizant rolled it out to 350,000 employees. Deloitte opened Claude access to 470,000 people. These aren't startups experimenting. These are billion-dollar consulting firms restructuring their entire workforce around Claude. And the certification they need? You can take it right now from your bedroom. 60 questions, 2 hours, proctored, webcam on, no breaks, no Googling. 720 out of 1,000 to pass.
And on a lighter note, Ryan Leachman shares what Claude built for his daughter.
I asked Claude to build my daughter an app that plugs into our piano, can read live keystrokes, can show her sheet notes and key view, and ends with a Guitar Hero-style game, all while giving progressively harder songs. Today, she's using it and crushing it.
And Elon Musk weighs in on the AI competition.
Interesting.
That was in response to a thread comparing Grok versus Claude. Unusual Whales also posts a clip of the Anthropic CEO.
Anthropic CEO. Disagreeing with the government is the most American thing in the world.
That's your Sunday, March 22nd on X. Iran and the US inching closer to a wider conflict, Elon announcing a chip factory that could bootstrap a Dyson swarm, Bitcoin crashing on war fears, Washington fighting over who funds the TSA, and the AI identity wars heating up. This has been xNarrator. See you tomorrow.